It's more to it. It's more of a community, education, family, a nuclear family. So there's more factors, and just the color black fatigue. There's more factors into it.
So again, you can.
So okay, are you saying then there's an ethnicity thing that's unique to black people?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, and this is just my personal experience.
Okay, got it. So this is just unique to black people. That's what I wanted to know. You see, you want to get to the ideology of people. Let me ask Pearl one question. Hey, Pearl, question for you. So, do you think if, where do you think like crime would happen in a rich, speaking of white people, right? A rich, like say they're making a wealthy white family. Am I muted or no?
No, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I just want to say, I know where you're going with this. I'm gonna just drop in one stat, but white people commit the most white collar crimes. So for her to get on this panel and say they don't steal, they steal. I work with them. They steal a lot. Okay,
I've been I would agree with you. I would agree. Why can't we have a conversation about black crime without bringing up white people?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't disagree. But the challenge is,
would that be considered white fatigue?
When you say something about white people, I would say I am fatigued with some stuff with white people. Like,
no, but is white fatigue a thing?
White women transitioning their kids, that's really annoying. I'm like, why are we doing that, ladies? But I'm not going to get triggered and pretend it doesn't happen. The difference is when I say a stat that's negative about black people, you guys gaslight me and pretend it's not real.
We're not gaslighting.
We didn't deny none of it. But go ahead, Cooley.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question because I just
experience, like I said, and it's 43 million of us. So it just sounds disingenuous and illiterate. It doesn't sound smart for you to say the 20 black people I've encountered, I've had these experiences because I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood. And I can tell you my credential. I've interviewed, and no white people.
Cool. Let's go and let Cooley go.
I mean, if we're being honest, we got to be honest about black people too. The thing is, the black community, we've been hearing it. Like I've been hearing black people need to get themselves together and pull themselves up by their bootstraps since I was a youngin. So we've always heard this from white people. It's nothing new to us, but I do think that black people, there are a lot of effeminate people in black culture, and we need to get away with that. We need a patriarch in the home. But the question that I was posing to you, because I just want to get to your thinking. So if there's a wealthy, where do you think more crime would happen? In a wealthy white neighborhood or in like a trailer park white neighborhood? Where do you think more crime would happen?
Probably in the trailer park neighborhood.
In a trailer park, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you're speaking about, now let's go to black people. If you looking at a wealthy black family or the hood black family, where do you think more crime would happen?
Do you know what? It would probably be in the hood, but from my personal experience, even when black people move into white neighborhoods,
just terrible.
A lot of time. No, I'm being for real. I lived in
Pearl, to answer the question, you would say that you would see a difference there. So since there's a difference between white wealth and white poverty and the crime rate would be higher within the white poverty, and it would be the same within the black wealthy class and the black poor class. You would see more crime where there's less income. This is true. So if we just take that into account, well, yeah, why? It isn't a race factor. It's more to it. It's more of a community, education, family, a nuclear family. So there's more factors, and just the color black fatigue. There's more factors into it.
So again, you can.
So okay, are you saying then there's an ethnicity thing that's unique to black people?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. And this is just my personal experience.
Okay, got it. So this is just unique to black people. That's what I wanted to know. You want to get to the ideology of people.
Just let her respond, and then we'll get Ms. Pearl.
You can, slice the numbers to say whatever you want in some cases. But there's just a lack of basic decorum that even when black people come into white spaces, a lot of times they lack. As I said earlier, it's an attitude thing, a lack of work ethic thing. It's not all, because again, I've met black people that don't do this. It's not every single one. But just as a group, balance of probabilities, you're going to get more of an attitude, lack of good faith, more emotional is just the trends that I've noticed, even on this panel. But not you, Cooley. You've been great. So
go ahead, Miss Pearl.
Of course.
Go ahead.
So there was a lot that was said. I want to make us aware that when we're talking about media and what we're seeing, our stats, where we're getting our information, your statistics are from the FBI and the Bureau of Justice. Okay, what I basically want to say is those people have been and will always be against Black people. They're always going to perpetuate a fraud. They're always going to convey things that are not all the way real. I could go on there and speak about stats, and I think you're heavier on stats, Pearl, but you've been on another platform what's already kind of been exposed that you've publicly stated that statistics are not always factual. So I know that you kind of lead with that, but you can give misleading information. You can give information that has been delivered to you.
I can explain that.
Let them talk. Yeah.
I know you mentioned earlier you didn't know what expressions are. That's what you're doing now. Like you're interrupting. It's very subtle, but it's very intentional. It's a slight and it's an insult. Like you won't let me finish this if you're trying to epistemically take my knowledge away or my stance in terms of like you just might like you said I should just camera down right now. That's insulting. If I'm speaking to you, that's as if you're turning your back to me. But I'll continue. I'll speak to people who are relevant to the conversation and who are actually listening and want to add value to our community and our culture and help us evolve. See, I was just playing a little bit, but I'm gonna take the gloves off. So when she was speaking about Blacks taking advantage of white people's kindness, she said that once. And she also said that we take advantage. Hey, how you doing? You take advantage of white people's nature. I don't understand how you could speak about white people's nature here in the U.S. Those same people who continuously oppress us under colonialism, patriarchy, and capitalism, which can't literally operate those three motors without sexism and racism of some form. So I don't understand why or how you think we would be taking advantage of a person's nature who are literally oppressing, suppressing, and depressing us. That's why we're having this issue and this conversation about Black fatigue. It's something that white supremacy has created. And until you acknowledge that and culturally justify why you won't let us have our way and be alone and do, because in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we were fine in 1921. We were also good in the 60s too. We were good before you guys came and stopped our movement for human rights and started the feminine movement. We were always fine. We don't need you all. But when you speak like this, it speaks as if you come from a place of white ignorance and white avoidance. It's like you pretend you don't know these issues exist, and then you don't want to talk about them. You kind of do both of those. So before you kind of interrupted me, I was speaking about like our media representation, which we know is one-sided, and that's evolving around artificial whiteness. It's the ideology that's embedded in the concepts of like AI and where you get your statistics, the media, and what we're talking about right now. It mimics the logic of white supremacy, and it's very Eurocentric and masculinist. But I get it. That's where you get your information from. But again, it's one-sided. Doesn't add value to this conversation. But I'll let my plane because I know real people understand.
Let me ask her a question to test her logic. If you mind yielding the floor to me, Pearl, I would just want to test her logic.
No, I was going to respond to her.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Because I just want to test the logic. It sounded nonsensical, but go ahead.
No, so the reason I know she said that I forgot what she said about the facts, data, and statistics, but my opinion on facts, data, and statistics is they can be helpful. However, you do need to take them with a grain of salt because you will be easily manipulated if anybody can put a study in front of you and you automatically believe the study. So that's my opinion on it. I think I've interviewed 1,000 people and I found that what you see in real life with your eyes is the most accurate. So you can take that or leave it. I understand other people have different opinions. And that kind of goes back to the good nature. Again, you can say like, white people, you have nothing to complain about. Black people don't take advantage of your good nature. But if enough white people have that same experience, which a lot of us have had, you know, you can't gaslight us into not feeling it. Like, for example, you know, I hired somebody and I got a camera stolen from me. Hired a black person, hired another black person. They said I had a colonial mindset. And, you know, basically called me a racist at the time, even though I doubled their subscribers. And it's like, you know, we offer opportunity after opportunity, and it's not all. Some of my best employees have also been black, but I just haven't had the same experience. And me personally, I've interviewed 1,000 people across countries, and I've also hired every single race. Like there's no race I haven't hired. So there's patterns and things that you have when dealing with black people that you don't with other races. And, you know, you can pretend it's not real, but our real life experience is gonna keep fatiguing. So.
Yeah, you've spoken on nothing but your personal experience this entire time.
Yeah,
yourself.
Facts. And we don't talk about personal experiences on this panel.